Yesterday we learned some ideas. Today we can continue with those things. The dynamics of rotation, what we were learning. Today also we learn two more derivations, which are very much similar to the things what we learned in, say, previous chapters, and the other things, one numerical again. Today we solve. First of all, observe. Say in the linear motion, we proved power equals force into velocity. Can we do that here again for rotational motion? Can we prove that? That's what is our idea. So, how we proved there? By taking work done by time taken. Here also we do that. Work done in rotational motion is tau theta, as we said yesterday, by t. So, tau into theta by t is omega. So, tau omega, same thing. Force is replaced by torque in rotational motion. V, velocity, linear velocity is replaced by angular velocity in rotational motion. So power in rotational motion is product of torque and angular velocity. Very similar to the power in linear motion forcing to velocity. This one simple idea. Now we have learned, in fact, power means rate of doing work. Why don't we calculate rate of change of kinetic energy? Rate of change of kinetic energy, say half I omega square is the kinetic energy with respect to TV. Try. We'll see what we get. Rate of change of kinetic energy, dk by dt if you want. Dk by dt. It is half I comma common there 2 omega d omega by dt. Is that right? 2 omega d omega by dt. Cancel this and observe dk by dt is I omega d omega by dt. Got the point? So observe from these things. What can you prove? We have taken rate of change of kinetic energy. I omega d omega by dt. I omega alpha I can write. Where alpha is? What is it? Angular acceleration. Therefore, dk by dt. So we now know power and dk by dt. Rate of doing work, power. Rate of change of kinetic energy is also power. So by equating these two, what you get? Say, observe, tau omega equals I omega alpha. Cancel that, tau equals I alpha. What is equivalent to F is equal to M into A, another in linear motion. Is that right? Because I stands for moment of inertia, mass is a measure of inertia in linear motion. Alpha angular acceleration, A linear acceleration. Very similar relation. Tau equals I alpha we got. Very simple derivations. So we are asked to show tau equals I alpha by taking the power considerations, means you are supposed to do this thing. You take power in the rotational motion and then show it as tau equals, say P equals tau omega, take the rate of change of kinetic energy there, and then from there you differentiate it, you will get dk by dt as I omega alpha, but dk by dt we can substitute it as work done. That's also rate of doing work. Therefore, T tau omega I omega alpha equated, tau equals I alpha. You may be asked to prove this. Just write down the question. Write down the question. In rotational motion, prove tau equals I alpha. That is, in fact, Newton's second law. Tau equals I alpha starting from power in rotational motion. Starting from power in rotational motion. So with this, now we proceed on to the numerical. Write down this numerical. A card of negligible mass. A card, CORD, card means string. Card of negligible mass. Card of negligible mass is wound round the rim of a flywheel. Is wound round the rim of a flywheel. Is wound round the rim of a flywheel of mass 20 kg. Of mass 20 kg and radius 20 centimeter. And radius 20 centimeter. A steady pull of 25 Newton. A steady pull of 25 Newton is applied on the card. Is applied on the card. Is applied on the card as shown. As shown. The flywheel is mounted. The flywheel is mounted on a horizontal axle. On a horizontal axle. On a horizontal axle with frictionless bearings. With frictionless bearings. With frictionless bearings. There are 4 parts to go. Part A in this numerical. Part A. Compute the angular acceleration of the wheel. Compute the angular acceleration of the wheel. Compute the angular acceleration of the wheel. Second one, part B. Find the work done by the pull. Find the work done by the pull when 2 meter of cord is unwound. When 2 meter of cord is unwound. When 2 meter of cord is unwound. Part C. Find also the kinetic energy. Find also the kinetic energy of the wheel. Of the wheel. At this point, assume that the wheel starts from rest. The wheel starts from rest. Fourth part, compare the answers to parts. Compare the answers to parts B and C. Compare the answers to parts B and C. So we start with this numerical. Say I rub this. We write the numerical. First figure. A flywheel is a disc, a heavy disc, as I told you in the previous class. Heavy circular disc like this. Heavy circular disc, a flywheel. In fact, what else given? Radius of the flywheel given 20 centimeter. This is also the figure given in the text. 20 kg mass of the flywheel. We write mass of the flywheel 20 kg. And what else given? A steady pull of 25 Newton is applied on the card as shown. Say, it is like this. This way it is 25 Newton. This is the card. This way it is the 25 Newton applied. This is the figure given in the text. Then you are asked to calculate first angular acceleration of the wheel. Angular acceleration of the wheel means, observe carefully, tau equals I alpha. Alpha is the angular acceleration. What we require is alpha in the part A or part 1. Alpha required. We know tau equals I alpha. Here, I we know from the standard value for a disk through this axis, a perpendicular to its plane. Say it is rotating like this, no. Therefore, the axis is like this. That is called as disk axis. And its moment of inertia is a standard value there for disk. I give you that mr square by 2. There is a list of formula for moment of inertia in our text. You just go through that. And there are theorems that's not required for this year, my dear friends, because it has been eliminated because of the COVID-19. So I is mr square by 2. We know I. We want to calculate alpha, but we don't know torque. Is there any other method to find the torque? We want to check. Because once you find the torque from other method, you can get alpha directly. Because I can be calculated. We calculate I first. M 20 and R, we put it in meters. 20 centimeter means how many centimeters? 0.2 meters divided by 2. So 0.1, which is 2. 2 kg meter square. Okay, there's one more point. Okay, sorry. 0.2, 0.1 cancels 0.2 square nalli. Allige ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? Say observe, this is 0.1, 0.2, 10 goes there, 2 into 0.2, which is 0.4 kg meter square, 0.4. Got the point? So once we know the moment of inertia, torque to be calculated. How much torque? We have another formula for torque. You know, tau equals RF or FR. R cross F, RF sin theta to be written. But observe here, we are applying the force at this point. Therefore, this is always at right angles to the radius vector, R. Therefore, R and F are 90 degrees, so we can take RF only. We know F given 25 Newton, R also known. So torque is 0.2 R into F 25. It is 25 twos are 50. That is 5 Newton meter or 5 joule. You can write 5 joule also. Sometimes we write joule, even though it's as I told you, it's unit of energy. Many times we use it as torque unit also, but I want to write Newton meter. So with this, torque is known and I is known, you can calculate alpha. Let me write down that last bit for first part here. Alpha equals tau by I. What is tau? 5. What is I? 0.4. How much you get? 50 by 4. How much you get? 12s are 4 12s are 48.5 radian per second to the power of minus 2. So this is part A. Write down this. Part B, I want to start now. What is part B there? What is that asked there? We read. Find the work done by the pull when 2 meter of cord is unwound. 2 meter of cord means, say we start from 0 here. And this length, when it becomes 2 meter, what is the work done they're asking? So work done, W equals F into S we take. F is in same direction as S displacement. Say, now we are taking the, say, displacement means displacement of the string, in fact, in that manner. So F into S. F is 25 Newton, S is 2 meter, by 2 meter it is. So how much it is? 50 joule. Work done is 50 joule. What is the third part there? Part C. Find also the kinetic energy of the wheel at this point. Assume that the wheel starts from rest. We are asked to calculate kinetic energy half I omega square. Omega is the final velocity at this point when it is down by 2 meter. So omega is the velocity. And we are given that assume the flywheel starts at rest. That is initial angular velocity 0, omega naught. So here we want to calculate kinetic energy. Observe what all we know, we just write down. We know I now. What is it? We calculated. I write, you just, I is mr square by 2.4 kg meter square. We calculated it in one of the previous things. I we know, omega we want to calculate. Omega, how do we calculate? That's very important. For omega to be calculated, we have three equations. Omega equals omega naught plus alpha t. If you know t, you can calculate. Or we have second equation, theta equals omega naught t plus half alpha omega t square, what we have written yesterday. Or another thing is omega square equals omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. Say we write down in all these things, either t is not known or theta is not known. Especially in the second equation, theta and t both are unknowns. In the first equation, t is unknown. So those two have two unknowns, including the what to find. Therefore, we take third equation. How many unknowns we'll see? Omega square, omega naught square, 2 alpha theta. Observe here. Omega to be calculated, omega not known, 0. And alpha already known. We calculated. How much alpha? Alpha we know. That also I write here, what we calculated. 12.5. Usually we write unit like this, second to the power of minus 2. Radian per second to the power of minus 2, we can write that. So 2 alpha theta. So theta, if you find, you can find the omega. Observe the analysis, how beautifully I arrived at the solution. Say, we want kinetic energy. For that, I require omega. This type of logical thinking is very essential, my dear friends. For omega, I have three equations. In first equation, omega equals omega naught plus alpha t. I don't know the time. If there is a point in finding the time, then you can do that equation also. But there's not much of the things to find the time here. Therefore, first equation impossible. Second equation, theta equals omega naught t plus half alpha t square. There are two unknowns, t and theta, that's also not possible. And again, omega square, third equation, omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. Here observe. We know alpha, we know omega naught. Only one unknown, theta. If you find theta, you can calculate omega. So how to go for theta calculation? That's what we want to do now. Just observe. Is there any method to calculate theta? Theta means what? That we want to learn. Say, when this string is at this point, it's about started to pull it by 2 meters. Then how much theta covered? How much theta covered when it moves through 2 meters? That is the theta rotation. Is that not? So then how to calculate theta? 2 meters is the chord unwound. We imagine that is at 0. So altogether 2 meter unwound. 2 meters was wound on the flywheel in the beginning. So 2 meter is the distance traveled corresponding to one what is wound on this previously. Therefore, how many rotations to find theta? Observe, I use this technique. As you said, say theta 2 meter is equal to theta equals to find theta. How many rotations to be taken? 2 pi r. For one rotation, 2 pi radians. Whole circumference is 2 pi r. Okay. 2 meters should correspond to 2 pi r into n. N means number of wounds. We have to calculate. Then n into 2 pi will give you the angle covered. So 2 meter equals 2 pi r is 0.2 into n. We calculate n, number of tons. If it is 1, then nothing to worry. R, that will be in radian. We have to convert it into degrees if you want. So how do you go for it now? 2 into 2, say 2 cancels there. 1 by 0.2 into pi is number of rotations completed. Is that not? Number of rotations, that is radians completed. In fact, what can be written as 5 by pi? Sariya, is that right? 0.2 can be written as 2 by 10. 2 by 10 means 10 by 2, 5. So 5 by pi is n, number of rotations given. Into 2 pi, you will get the angle. Is that not? Say, because 2 meter is the string uncovered. We imagine that is wound n times the string, n times the disk. So n into 2 pi r, 2 pi r is the circumference. So 2 meter corresponds to 2 pi r into n rotations, in fact n circumferences. We got pi by 5 by pi is n value. 5 by pi is the n value. Can we get the theta from this? How? Into 2 pi. Number of rotations into 2 pi will give you theta. We do that. Therefore, theta equals n into 2 pi. Theta equals n into 2 pi. N is 5 pi into 2 pi. So cancel it 10 only. Is it in radians or degrees? N is number of rotations into 2 pi radians. Therefore, it is in radians only. 10 radians. So if you have written 10, now we proceed on to next thing. Part C, say part B, I want to keep it. Part C, I want to keep it as it is. Say observe. We now know in omega square equals omega naught square plus 2 alpha theta. Remember to keep theta in radians. Theta 10 is also in radians. Therefore, now we know theta, you straight away substitute, you will get that. So its final part I am writing here. Omega square equals 0 plus 2 alpha 12.5 theta 10, that is 250. Omega square is 250, is that not? 12.5 into 2 is 25. 25 into 10 is 250. So omega naught square is 250. What is omega there? Root of 250. That is 5 root 10. 5 root 10. You get me the value. 5 root 10. You get me the value. What is that asked in this part? Kinetic energy is only asked. We need not get omega value, my dear friends. In the third part, they have asked only the kinetic energy, not the omega. So let's not bother about calculating the omega. Why to bother? If you have written this, then I rub this. Observe. There's no need for us to calculate this. We straight away go for kinetic energy equals half I omega square. We substitute everything. Half I 0.4 into 250, which amounts to be 50 joules again. 50 joules again. Because your 2.2s are, here 10 goes 25 into 2 is 50. Such type of calculations you have to learn, my dear friend. work energy theorem directly. Work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. Here, as initially object is at rest, the rotation is zero. So half m square itself is the change in kinetic energy, half I omega square. So this proves work energy theorem also again. Because work done is 50 joule, so much is exhibited as kinetic energy. That means, I'm sorry, in this figure, this string was here in the beginning. To pull it down by 2 meter, we have did a work of 50 joules. So much is exhibited as change in kinetic energy of the wheel, rotational kinetic energy. That's kinetic energy increased by 50 joule from zero because it was at rest. So that elegantly proves the idea of work energy theorem also in rotation motion. Just an illustration, example. This final idea for tomorrow's class. Now I am giving you an introduction. So we know angular momentum, L, R cross P, we proved. So we learnt also. Then, can we write its magnitude and slightly in a different manner using the angular, say, moment of inertia concept? We start doing that now. And from there, I start tomorrow also. That's why it's just an introduction to the tomorrow's talk. Just observe. It is like this. Say L, angular momentum is R cross P. If I take only the magnitude, Rp sine theta, only the magnitude. Even theta is 1 if you take R and P are at 90 degree. When theta equals 90 degree, L equals Rp, that is R into mv. R into mv. But what is V in terms of angular R omega? V equals R omega. Angular motion actually concepts. V equals R omega. Therefore, L equals R m R omega. So M, I write like this, M R square omega. What is M R square? Moment of inertia. Observe. Angular momentum can also be written in terms of moment of inertia, I into omega.